out there yet, but we're going to wait till Facebook. And unfortunately, right now, there is no sign of our guest, Joe Stas. Last time on Sunday, he was supposed to show up, and unfortunately, Delta, the storm, put him out of business from the cable. His cable went down. I spoke to him last night. He said everything was ready to go, and he was going to do a really good demonstration for us today. But unfortunately, and again, with my luck, with the way my shows have been going lately, he may not appear. So what we're going to do is we're gonna hold on for a little bit. You guys are going to message me. Hopefully there's people out there. If anyone wants to come on to Zoom, I'll be happy to give you the code and everything like that. But for now, we're going to have to wait for Mr. Stas. So hopefully he'll be on soon. Maybe he'll message us. I messaged him a few times. Unfortunately, he's not there. I'm sure he has a good reason for it. So we're going to see what happens. So I'm just going to hold for a minute. Right now, we're not even on Facebook. So we're going to see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, we're on. Okay, I think we're on YouTube. Now we just have to get on to Govsradio Comedy, which we will be on. Yes, here we go. Yes, I see myself. Very good, yeah. Well, that's good. At least the equipment's working. Our guests, I'm not so sure about right now. All right. So we're going to keep going. Once again, good morning. This is Chef Felix with COVID-19, Iron Chef, Kitchen Survival. But right now, I think we're going to call it Podcast Survival because we're not having much luck here, folks. Last Sunday, we had Joe Stas coming on, and unfortunately, because of the Delta storm, his cable was knocked out, so he couldn't be on. So I made a special day today, Wednesday, because Knock 'em Dead is off, for you guys to see Joe Stas in action and make some delicious dishes for us. But unfortunately, it looks like he may not be around. I contacted him this morning between 10:30 and 11. Did not get an answer, so we hope, Joe, if you're out there listening, we hope you're okay. Okay? I don't know who else is watching with us. Probably not too many people, but we'll see what we got here. All right. Hold on. Okay, folks, we're going to see if we can share now. See what's going on. Give me a couple of seconds here. Okay, here we go. If anybody wants to Zoom, just message me and I will be happy to let you guys on. Okay. Anyone there? Anyone there at all? Okay. Well, Joe Stas seems to be missing. Big Joe, Chef Joe Stas, man of many talents down in Florida, unfortunately is not contacting us. Looks like he can't be coming on our show. We're waiting to see how he is. So we're going to wait a little bit, folks, and then if he doesn't show up, then we will reschedule the show for another time. Unfortunately, we're not doing too well. If I could sing and dance, I would do that right now for everybody, but I can't. The only thing I can really do is make you a good omelet, and you can't even taste that right now. So we're going to wait a little more for Joe Stas. Let's see if he left us any messages. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if he left us any messages. Alright, hold on. Okay, folks. It's a hell of a day today. We're starting off real well. We're still waiting for Joe Stas. Here we go, Joe. Where are you? Give me a sign. Any kind of sign at all. Okay. Perhaps there's another storm in Florida, but we really hope that Joe is okay. Hopefully nothing happened to him. He was really excited to be on the show today. Last time I had any contact with him was last night, and he told me he was very excited to be on the show, and he was going to make a lot of good stuff for us. Unfortunately, Joe is not here. Maybe they disconnected him totally from Facebook. That could be a possibility right there. He has been the bad boy of Facebook lately, so they may have canceled him in some way. But he still could have been on the show. He just wouldn't be able to see himself on Facebook. So let's hope he's okay. We don't have many people out there anyway watching right now. Not too many viewers. People aren't, the usual crowd is not coming around. Okay. So we're going to wait a little bit for Joe Stas, and that's it. In the meantime, if anyone's out there, okay, we got Greg DiFilippo. Greg, how are you, Greg? Guess what, Greg? I'm waiting for Joe Stas again. Haven't seen him. He hasn't communicated to me this morning. Last night, he said he was all excited to be on the show and cook some good stuff for us, Greg. But unfortunately, he's not here. We don't know what happened to him. Greg, I believe you're down in Florida, no? If you're down in Florida, Greg, go knock on his door. Tell him to come on the show, okay? If not, Greg, you want to be on the show? I'll send you the Zoom information. Just message me right now, and I'll be happy to do that. And we can have a great conversation when we wait for Joe Stas. Or you can just be on the show. Voice your opinions on whatever you want. You can do that as well. And I do want to thank you, Greg. You've been great. You've been sticking by me throughout this whole horror show of my podcast. It's really weird because, like, right now, I have my equipment working, but I don't have my guests working. So it's kind of like the opposite effect. Greg, what do we got here? Stas is a hack. Well, I don't know. I mean, he was all psyched. He got his house all prepared for this. Let's just hope, Greg, that nothing serious has happened to Joe Stas. But I take it that Joe Stas is you're not a big fan of Joe Stas at the moment. So, Greg, man, why don't you come on the show? Say either yes to me on the message, and I will message you the ID and password so you can come on. How's that sound? This way you and I can talk about Joe Stas if you want. Or talk about whatever you want. Talk about Knock 'em Dead, talk about whatever shows you want on the show. Talk about whatever topic you want. Greg, I'm inviting you on right now. Hit me, baby. Come on. Let's come on the show. We'll make history together. All right? So if you want to be on the show, just message me right now, and I will be happy to send you the ID and the code so that you can come on. Okay. I'll wait. Take your time, Greg. All right, folks. So again, we're gonna wait. This is Chef Felix, COVID-19 Iron Chef. We're gonna convert over shortly to Let's Eat LI again. We should have better guests on. Unfortunately, Joe Stas is just missing in action, MIA. Maybe he had to go over his mother-in-law's house. There's so many different things that happens to Joe. He just got, like, his cable, he just improved also. So we don't really know what's going on here with the big Stas man. But Greg DiFilippo did express how he feels about Joe Stas. Okay? If he is a hack, well, we'll know soon enough. But I doubt it. I just think something went wrong with Joe. That's what I think. Could be his power went down again. Could be a whole bunch of different things. So that's it. So, Mr. DiFilippo, if you're still there, give me a sign. If you want to come on the show, you could be a guest. Everybody probably wants to know who you are. That's it. Usually Knock 'em Dead is on at this time. They're off. They were kind enough to give me this time slot so we could have Joe Staz on. But unfortunately, it looks like he's not going to show up. So we'll be talking for a little while longer. If anybody wants to come on the show, message me and I'll put you on and you can come on to Zoom. We can have a good time. If not, then God bless you and be safe today. And may everything be well for you this journey. I'm going to have a little more coffee because I need it right now. So excuse me. If lucky enough for me to be on, I'm coming up this Sunday. I'm contemplating that I should just do a demonstration of food and leave the other people do demonstrations on for another time. So if I am going to be on this Sunday, I was contemplating doing a pizza brunch type of thing. Okay, making a brunch out of pizza dough and doing different things with it, so that you guys can have a nice practice it at home. Make yourself some nice dishes on a Sunday with some pizza. We could do a breakfast pizza and then we'll do a couple of breakfast, either strombolis or calzones or something like that. It'd be pretty interesting how we do it. I think you guys would enjoy it. So that is a possible plan for this Sunday, to do something like that. Once again, we're waiting for Joe Staz. We don't have any contact with Joe Staz. There's nothing going on with Joe Staz. Greg DiFilippo, are you still out there? Give me a sign. Hello, Mr. Greg. Give me a sign. You want to be on? I'll give you my Zoom. Okay? And I think that might be it. Let's see. We can give Joe another 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to probably sign off. I appreciate whoever's watching. Thank you. Again, I apologize. I seem to be doing a lot of that lately. This time it's not the podcast. It's the guest. So we're going to have to make sure we get better guests on the show, I guess. I thought it would be kind of nice having Joe Staz on again. Last time he was on, he really enjoyed himself. He made the shrimp tacos. This time he was doing a nice brunch, but it seems as if we're not going to be able to see that today. Okay, we could try for this Sunday coming up if he's ready. If not, I will be doing a cooking demo. We'll call it Pizza Brunch today. Pizza Brunch on a Sunday, which would be kind of cool. Get your pizza dough ready. I'll show you what to do, and you're going to love it. All right. Nothing like a pizza brunch. Something I just thought of in my head. I think you guys would like it. Some of the things that I'm going to make. If we do it on Sunday, so we're going to see. It all depends on Mr. Joe Staz. We're going to give him a third time at bat. After that, Joe, then it's 3 strikes, you're out. Okay? Once again, we hope you're okay. And that's it. So we're waiting for Greg DiFilippo. Well, Craig DiFilippo does not want to come on the show, obviously. He's probably out, not even watching at this point. Which doesn't leave too many people left. So, we're going to be signing off in about 3 minutes if we don't hear from Joe Staz. And then we will reschedule for another time. And that's pretty much it. I hope everybody's been well during this COVID time. We can't wait to go back to the studio. Once we go back to the studio, things will probably be a lot better technically. All right. I've been watching some of the shows here on Governors, and I really like. I've been watching the Domestic Disturbance. Is quite an interesting show. That was on last night. I was watching that. It's not bad. You know, they talk about different topics and everything, which is pretty cool. Also, I like the Zenkuda lady, the woman that does the Soul Space on Thursdays. I think it's about 6:30 or something like that. So Soul Space is pretty cool. That's with Georgia Rose. I like that show. Of course, Knock 'em Dead is one of my favorites, even though I annoy the crap out of them. And then, of course, you have Sit Up, Stand Up, which is great with Don Sill, Zuzu. That's great too. You got Graz on Thursdays on Limo Talk, although he hasn't been on lately. You have The Wart, which is interesting about beer. with Mike. That's great. That's a great show. It's pretty good. And then we have a couple others. We have Joe DeJesus. When he comes on, we have Steve Squared. All right. And there's other shows as well. Three's Company is no longer with us. I really enjoyed that show, but c'est la vie, as they say. I do miss Bonnie. Bonnie will be on our show, though. Every once in a while, she'll be coming on, which is great. So we didn't lose Bonnie, which is a good thing. Let's see, what else we got going on here? I don't know. Anybody wants to make any suggestions or anything like that? I'm always open. We're going to wait a couple more minutes for Mr. Joe Staz. If we don't hear from Mr. Staz, then that will be it. We're going to sign off. And God bless everybody. And be safe, as they say. I was looking forward to having Joe Staz on, but we do not know what happened to him. Let's just hope he's okay. All right. So we're going to wait a couple more minutes, and then we're going to see what happens with Mr. Staz. Joe, are you out there, Joe? Joe, if you're out there, give us a message. If not, hope you're okay, and we'll try and catch you next time, Joe. You got a third time at bat. Don't mess it up, otherwise I'm going to have to cut you off. As much as I love you, but I can't keep on going through this agony on my podcast with people not coming on or podcasts technically not working. Right now, podcast is working great, but our guests aren't working at all. So I guess that's really it, folks. We'll see you hopefully Sunday. I really promise that it's going to be a good show, that nothing's going to happen. Just bear with me. I'm still the same guy that you love and the show that you love. But with COVID and things, I guess I got the COVID bad luck or something like that. I don't know. But thank God I don't have COVID. I'm not really like the president, so if I get it, I'm going to be probably a little messed up. So that's it. All right. So thank you everybody for watching, whoever's watching. Joe Staz, give me a call out there. Let me know what happened. We're looking forward to seeing you cook for us, but unfortunately, it doesn't look that way. Hopefully you're okay, your family's okay. Just give me a call, let me know what happened, and we'll try and reschedule if we can. And then, folks, I'll see you Sunday at 11 o'clock. I promise. All right? So thank you. Greg DiFilippo actually was the only one that really came on to message me. So thanks, Greg. You're a #1 fan. All right. So we're going to sign off now. Wish everybody the best. Be safe out there. And see you next week.